genuine and something that is true, really. Now, now watch this. Now, I'm finna talk about, really, if God created us good, then we will now watch it. You will understand the idea of just, and just, it means, a regular thing, you know what I'm saying? Like it's, meaningless. Yes, there you go. When something just, it's seen is meaningless. But but God is a God of more than enough. So whatever he will create, it has to be about something more, more than just. Has to be more than just, but that's another message. But let's get to the investigation. Why did God create evil? Now watch this. I want to first establish the pattern of good and evil. You know what I'm saying? Of course, we know that of light and of darkness and of good and evil, opposite force. We know that there's two opposite forces. And we know, those that know about the atom, that the atom has a proton and a neutron that creates a nucleus. But what surrounds that proton and neutron, two forces, is an electron. An electron, or more likely a negative charge, surrounds the proton and neutron. Proton and neutron, yeah. Now, the thing is, there's a pattern there. There's a pattern that, and we know concerning energy, if you have a battery, you must have a plus charge and a negative charge to truly have energy. Everybody knows, most people that knows about electricity knows that it has to have a positive charge and a negative charge. Now we are in agreement with that, hopefully. Yes, now, why is this negative charge or negativity or that really, because the idea of evil is something about now once was, for creation to facilitate. Hello. Hi, goodbye. Yeah, my friend. In order for, it's good when God created the earth, he created everything good. You know what I'm saying? Everything was good, Something good is supposed to be about the ideal of making sure creation fulfill its purpose. You know what I'm saying? But evil, of course, is the opposite ideal. It's about pretty much now making sure creation gets destroyed, or put creation in a destructive pattern, pretty much. Yes. And now the ideal of now, why would God create these forces together? And pretty much we see the pattern of that God in the garden had all these trees of life, but only one tree, y'all. Woo, goodness gracious. Only one tree of knowledge and good and evil was in the garden. And unfortunately, Eve was seduced to desire this tree because and I tell people that, I don't think the serpent really, helped facilitate the ideal of Eve eating a tree, but I believe another person, a co-conspirator, really truly got Eve to, because Eve said she saw the tree and saw it was good. She saw something that was bad for her good. And someone has spoken a ideal reason to desire the tree, but that is another message. But the thing is, she took of something that will position her to disobey, of course, the Creator. And now watch this. She chose. She chose to make a decision contrary to the Creator. Now, as we know that, most of us Christians, on that website, tries to get them to understand the ideal of free will, because, they God is evil because he gave us free will. He gave us something free. He gave us the air we breathe is free, and don't want to even go there. Oh, he's just so much a bad person because he gave us something free. He should have made us robots, and and we just do what's right and do what's right. Well, the ideal of that, concerning that, will not make God a true God. You know what I'm saying? If God made us righteous, and just only thing we can do is righteous, God will not be a true God. And the reason why, according to creation, that in creation we know that there is I told you, a proton, electron, proton, neutron, and there's an electron exists. More likely that negativity is part of the existence of creation. You know what I'm saying? And if he created us to do what's right, and that's it, then he will be lying to us to not inform us to the reality of creation, that creation has a negative existence. You know what I'm saying? He will be a God that will lie, and not a God that will true, because he's holding back an ideal force to us that is part of the ideal of creation. Yes. And the thing is, now the ideal of evil, that those that pretty much want to understand what true love is supposed to give us the answer of why evil exists, or why negativity exists, or why anything contrary to good exists. Because it's the simple ideal, really, is that true love can only come through a choice. You know what I'm saying? True love. False love, you make, or like if God created us righteous, he done made or manipulated us to force us to love him. He has manipulated and forced us to love him. And if he manipulated and forced us to love him because he made us righteous, then that is meaningless. You know what I'm saying? That is meaningless love, because it's not, put somebody in a position to choose whether, if a person wants to, do something and not do something. It's meaningless love. You know what I'm saying? Because we're doing it. We're robots, of course. See, we're robots that, do right unto God, do right unto God, do right unto God. We will be just robots. You know what I'm saying? And, we're just programmed to only do what's right. And that will be manipulation on God's part, because he made us to do what's right. And that is not real love, when there is a negative force that exists. Follow me. So now the thing is, okay, now why is this negative force supposed to make sense? Well, it will make sense because what makes true love is the ideal of choosing, something else, choosing something else more than the other. You know what I'm saying? See, more, you see, I bring that more. See, God is a God of more than enough. wants more. You know what I'm saying? We are we're rejecting this earth that our flesh is a part of. You know what I'm saying? Our flesh is a part of an earth that is without form, void, darkness. And we're living in our flesh each and every day. And we can have to choose to, engage in the lust of the flesh and the lust of the eyes and pride of life and continue in sin of something that is closest to us, or something that we live accordingly to. We can do that. But watch this, we can get, of course, this love from Jesus Christ to love something that doesn't exist, that is, of course, spiritual, that is beyond our flesh to see, our fleshly eyes to see. You know what I'm saying? We can't see heaven. You know what I'm saying? We can't see nothing of what's going on up in heaven with our natural eyes. But that's why we're supposed to develop faith inside us, that faith that we have assured and know that somebody's up there. A whole lot of people are up there, and it's something beyond us that, we cannot feel in our natural being, because most of those atheists, they always come with their questioning from a carnal viewpoint. And they but the thing is, the ideal of something spiritual is something way beyond the natural. And the thing is, now, why did God create evil? Well, he created evil to really truly find true love. True, genuine love can only truly come through a choice. Now, I'm going to show you the ideal of a marriage. The ideal of a marriage is a man, one woman, becoming one. That I really want to talk about the oneness of God. But becoming one, and they're rejecting, the male is rejecting all these millions of women, there's billions of women across the world, to be with one person. You know what I'm saying? And the lady is rejecting every man in the world that she could be with, and only want to be with one man. Now, what's going to make this force work and make this force meaningful is the idea that, they will, be together and, produce a family. But there's going to be outside sources. A male is going to see another female, and another female may be attractive to his other one, and the female will see another male, and the male could be very much attracted to the other. The female is attracted to the other male. And the thing is, what's going to make this, and there could be many of them, many, the male is looking at many attractive women, females, and the woman is looking at many attractive males. You know what I'm saying? But that person the person's not going to pursue after them, because she understands the one, true power of the one she's with, and see that person is one and valuable and most important to her. See, most important to her. And the male rejects the other women and see that this one is more powerful, more important to him. That makes love so powerful and so great that people can reject all of these other men and women to only be with one. That's what creates the oneness power of a true relationship that few in this world can do. But you can only have that one true relationship through Jesus Christ. God, through our Lord Jesus Christ. That's why the Lord thy God is one, and Jesus Christ is one with him. Is what we need to understand, the power of this one, to understand that we will reject all this evil, reject all this wickedness, reject all this, to be one with this good God, this great God, this gracious God. Is the true idea of love, is what's supposed to be all about. But we're supposed to understand and perform to truly show what true love is. So that's why good and evil is created to truly show forth a force that is meaningful and not mean, but lust is meaningless. You know what I'm saying? When you manipulate and control things, that's why God didn't create us just to do right. All right, that's the message. Hope you